right.
get ass fucked.
All right, Donut, I might need to bring you in again, but for now, I think this is going to suffice.
All right.
Perfect.
Oh, there was one other thing, actually, now I think about it.
Oh?
Another officer nearby, up in the PBSO, up in Toledo proper, but,
Who?
I didn't have their number, so I couldn't get a hold of them directly.
Well, what was their name on the GPS?
Oh, shit, they said they were 10-7 for paperwork. It was a 100 call sign. They were 10-7 for paperwork, they said it on 311. But it was one of those names like a comic book name, you know, where it's like a
Octo.
It's like the first letter of both the first and last name.
Oh, no,
like
maybe
the same
not.
letter. I remember that. It was like a Peter Parker type name, you know? That's what I remember.
All right.
They were in the area. We couldn't get in contact with them, though. I didn't have their number. And they were...
Pause. Who is that? Who is that? I don't have DPD anymore. I got rid of DPD. Fuck. UPD. Sort. Let's just add a quick sort badge. I doubt it's Carmine because he doesn't do any paperwork. It was shift 2. Dick Daniels? Why would he be in PPSO? Cornwood? Oh no, it's 100 call sign. Unless my roster's wrong. It might have been Maya. Might have been Maya. Dick Daniels, Maya Mahmood, Carmine Costello. That's about it, really. There's a 100 call sign. Yeah, this is not. This is what I this is what I wanted. I just wanted it to get LSPD people in here. I just exported a CSV from the roster and then imported the CSV into Notion. So it's not yeah, it's not completely accurate. Or did I ruin my sorting? Oh fuck. I'm actually getting a phone call. Hold on, whoa. I got a roleplay? Hello.
Hey, Dark. How are you?
Oh, hi, Odessa. You're not too bad. How are you?
I'm not horrible. Apologies for my voice. It's just a bit under the weather, but how are you? You said you still want to chat at some point?
Yeah, I'm just going through some tapes from an internal affairs investigation. Then I'm gonna open up the office for some chats with people. So yeah, I'll 3-on-1 when I'm available, and you can come on down. Okay.
Sounds perfect. Yeah, sounds good.
You get yourself a cup of tea. You sound awful.
Yeah, it's been a rough last week. Been back to the ICU twice, so I'm slowly getting out of it. Yeah, well, got kidnapped by Mandem, so.
Don't push yourself, all right?
Yeah, I'm trying not to, but also trying to focus on my police work and everything. So.
Okay. All right, I'll catch up with you in a bit. Okay.
All right, will do.
All right, bye.
See you shortly. Bye.
Where's my stream deck not working? There we go. I fucked this up now, haven't I? I fucked up my filters. Can I command Control Z or something? Oh no, my filters are broken. I think I had like, what did I have? I had time zone was ascending too. And then I can't remember what else I had in here. I'll just leave it like that. Oh, I think I had rank. That doesn't seem right. Oh, it's because it got UPD. That's why. Okay, that's broken. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay. Anyway, let's go back here. Let's go to cases, internal affairs, Dwayne Carter. Okay, we were at like 10 minutes and something, I think.
All right, 14.
No, we weren't.
Any
We're
911 calls take place on the dispatch? Did you see any of this stuff?
No, I was mainly just focused on driving. I think Jason was doing the dispatching.
All right.
He was in the back watching the vitals, which there weren't really any, because, again, the guy was dead.
Yep, the guy was dead. All right.
There was another officer nearby.
Oh, her name.
It was one of those names like a comic book name, you know, where it's like it's like the first letter of both the first and last name is like the same letter. I remember that. It was like a Peter Parker type name, you know. That's what I remember.
All right.
They were in the area. We couldn't get in contact with them though. I didn't have their number, and they were 10-7 anyway. So.
All right, perfect. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the recording, Donut.
All right, and then oh yeah, and then Max was at the hospital. That's the one last thing. When we got to the hospital, Max was there, and
You made him aware.
Yeah, and I let him know.
All right, perfect. All right, I might call you in again because I'm gonna have to give this shit a listen to later tonight. But it's gonna be 6:33 p.m. March the 12th, 2023. I'm gonna be ending the recording with the interview with EMS Donut.
Donut,
right.
last word. Donut, last word.
Okay.
This is Officer Kyle Pred. It's gonna be 3:17
Official interview starts at 10 minutes. What happens
p.m.
for
CST,
the
March the
first bit?
16th, 2023. It's been a couple days since we spoke together. Gotcha. You go ahead and say your name for me.
Yeah, Dwayne Carter, 450.
Perfect. LSPD's finest, Brick Squad. Now then, goons, if you could state your names and call signs.
Officer Nakota, call sign 616, UPD.
Peach.
3,
Why the fuck is Peach there?
3, Peach, of the U,
Tell you what,
T,
I've
D.
sucked dick in these
How is she
weekends.
saying that so slow? I'm on 1.5 speed.
But not for long.
Beautiful. Last time we talked, made you aware of your Garrity warning. Do you need me to read it to you again, Mr. Carter?
No. If it's a continuation of last time we talked, I'm aware.
All right, perfect. And then you're aware of your rights?
I am aware of my Miranda rights, yeah.
Perfect. All right, so, I'm gonna fill you in on what happened after I finish this pie.
Kind of pie.
Some type of buttercream pie or some shit. It's crazy.
What the fuck is this?
Sounds dope.
Very
Sounds
rich,
dope.
though. I don't really like things that are stupid rich. It's like one slice of pie, and took me like 3 days to eat it because of the sweetness.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Gotta
I'm a big
some
pecan
milk.
pie.
Oh, I love
I like the
pecan
pecan pie too. That's my shit right there.
That's like a
pie's
lead
really
pie
good.
for me. That's number one for me.
Yep.
Okay, I know what? I'm gonna eat some Japanese candy.
Oh, nice. What kind of Japanese candy?
Wonderful. Hey, it's on this beach. What's
Oh,
your
one second. We'll
emergency?
continue the interview in a second.
Of course, Peach is fucking taking a 911 call.
Second, Peach has a 911 call.
All right, sounds good to me.
Is lean a drug?
It is a drug.
Well, I mean, it's cough syrup, really, right?
Depends on what you put in it.
You know what? I'm not a doctor, okay? But if I was
From
one,
the South, you know what lean is.
let me
What
tell
lean
you,
is.
if I was a doctor, I feel like everybody would get sick. And I would be collecting the paychecks. And that wouldn't help anybody, okay? I'll just make everybody wait in the waiting room, okay? Okay. All right. Okay. See you later. Goodbye.
Peach don't know nothing about that scissor.
That was a 911 call she just had with somebody. where she's just talking about how if she was a doctor, which she's not, she'd be just grabbing those paychecks and leave everybody in the waiting room. What was the emergency on that call?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, go tell that. Get out of here.
I printed something to this printer.
Do you want an officer advocate, by the way, Carter?
Okay.
Someone here with you?
What'd you say?
Is it necessary? Like, do I need them?
Sure, yeah.
Well,
If
it's
it
always,
was anybody, it'd be Jenny.
I want me to call Jenny and get her here again. She's
Is
officer.
she around?
Yeah,
Is she around?
I'll call Jenny. Can you get her resignation letter? God, all she ever does is say she's gonna fucking quit. Just shit her, get off the fucking pot already.
I'm getting it,
Get
okay?
the goddamn paper for her. Hey, Jenny, can you come to my office? Carter needs his representation.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
All
Bye.
right, perfect. See you soon.
What's going on?
Daily Fontaine saying she's gonna quit.
Appreciate you.
Fontaine, you can get a job.
I got a job.
No, you can get a job in the PD.
What?
You can get a job in the PD.
What is this?
I don't know. I go back and forth on it.
What the hell's wrong with you?
He goes back and forth on it every
We went
day.
to jail together, okay?
Yeah, we did go to jail together. Don't you remember?
Let me see if I can get fired.
Treat me like shit, Brent.
I don't treat you like shit because you came at me half-cocked. And ever since then, I had my eyes on you. I had your back.
Half-cock, that's always full cock.
No. You used to be very nice, and then you just snapped. You snapped like your goddamn legs.
Oh my
What?
No. You used to be very nice, and then you just snapped. You snapped like your goddamn legs.
Oh my god, Brad.
Goddamn.
Oh my
Who the
god.
fuck do you think you're
Oh,
talking to?
okay, I'm
Brent, like
talking
that?
to you. You snapped just like your goddamn legs.
Okay. Look,
Whoa, whoa,
Listen, you are like 5 inches taller than me. I will. You are damaged. You are damaged. Look at you. You're falling apart.
Can you
You're
stop
like
the
a Mr.
recording?
Potato Head in like a
Can
fucking
you stop the recording?
kids. No, the recording's gonna catch all this. You're like a
Okay,
Mr.
okay,
Potato Head
okay,
doll
okay.
that was in a kid's toy chest with missing
I don't want
pieces.
this.
Great, Brent.
I'm
Great
recording.
things,
No,
and
cripple.
everything is okay. We're recording this, right, Carter?
Yeah, there's. Yeah,
We record everything in this room.
Okay,
Everything in this room's recorded.
We don't need to send this. We can keep this between us. We don't need to send this to IA.
It's already. Well, I am IA. I am IA.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm internal affairs now.
And the
I'm
recorder's still on.
about to talk to him about stuff.
Oh, fuck. Are you good? You straight?
I have no idea.
Well, stay strong. Fuck this guy.
Fuck you.
I mean, look.
Fuck you.
You know, Fontaine, I always found you
Answer
oddly
things.
attractive. I think that's because I'm attracted to unattractive women every once in a while.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks.
Jenny,
Yeah.
Yeah, about
that
Jenny.
makes tracks. That's track, huh?
I'm not
They
thinking
didn't
about
talk
it.
about anyone else
Honestly,
specifically,
kinda makes
Peach.
Yeah, like you're not like unattractive. You're damaged. You know what I mean? But it's like you have like a
Can he say that?
horrendous past. But you got giant tits, and that goes a long way with me.
Oh, they're fake. Tracy did these.
Perfect. I love fake
Yeah, back when
tits.
she was a
Rest in
doctor.
peace. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Tracy.
Martell,
Best
she did
doctor
die.
this city's ever seen.
I liked it better when we were friends, Fontaine. But ever you changed, man. You fucking changed.
Here's my problem, Fred, is every time I come back, I can never remember if I'm friends with people or not friends with people, so I just think it's better to just go on the defensive immediately.
Okay, well, why don't you just? I don't know. We were friends. We went to jail together.
Oh, did we? I'm gonna be honest, Fred,
Yeah.
I basically had a stroke and I don't remember a lot of things.
Oh
Were
my
we
God.
friends?
We were until you came at me half cocked over
Back in
some
the day.
fucking like Fitzpatrick shit.
Who's Fitzpatrick?
Fitzpatrick, Fitzy. Oh, gee.
Nice.
Fitzpatrick.
I don't know who that is.
What do you mean?
When I said I had a stroke, it was a whole thing. My face
Wow.
went all droopy. I couldn't lift my
I
right. So I was
remember
gone for like 6
I
months. I was
remember
in
that. I
rehab.
remember that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, anyway, well, if we're friends, can we go back to being friends?
All right.
And do we hate Carter? Do we hate Carter?
No, we don't hate Carter. We don't hate Carter.
We don't hate Carter. Okay,
No.
just kidding, Carter. We don't hate you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. But also, Carter, between me and you,
Appreciate
I'm
it.
so he can't hear me.
Okay.
Fuck this guy. Fuck this IA interview. You're gonna crush it, pal.
Look, I'm just here answering shit honestly. That's all.
Good, because you're a good, honest cop. That's what I like to see.
Yeah.
All right, Pete. Get this
It's a
handicapped
start.
bitch out of here.
All right.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
go off, dude.
Get
I'll
Jenny in
catch
here.
you
All
guys
right.
later.
All right. Bye,
Bye.
Fontaine. Get
Okay,
Jenny in here.
Jenny. Hey, Jenny, come on. I mean, he's ready for you.
I'm always ready for her.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Glad
Carter.
she's
I'll be
ready.
back.
Wow.
All right, Jenny. Hey, how you doing? Go ahead and just introduce
Oh.
yourself to the. Oh, where did Carter make a run? He made a run for it. Did Carter make a run for it?
No, I don't think so, sir.
I guess he's just laying down real quick. He's looking at his MDW.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Jenny. Go ahead and we'll just wait. So how you doing?
Good, how are you?
You gonna be at we're scheduling that CCA meeting, right?
Are you?
I mean, I don't know where
Where's
when we're. Oh, it's Peach. It's CCA.
Oh,
stands for
no,
Cops
I'm not
Anonymous.
here. Yeah, I'm not here tomorrow.
Okay, I'm not. I'm
Maybe
not.
we'll do it on Saturday. Maybe on Saturday we'll get
Not here
the,
Saturday.
Maybe on Sunday we'll get the whole squad.
I am
together.
here Sunday.
All right, Sunday it's gonna be the CCA gathering, Corrupt Cops Anonymous, where a bunch of us can keep each other clean and accountable. Jenny got pins made, so.
Wow.
I didn't get pins made. I got something else even more special made.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Chips. Nice.
Are you eligible to go if you're not corrupt?
No,
Yes.
no. I mean, can we have non-corrupt people there?
Yeah, but they're not getting a pin. I only made 4.
Damn it.
Oh, Peach might need one because she went to jail with me.
Okay, it's $2,000, please.
Okay.
Yeah, $2,000
Wait,
for your. Just here, I'll pay.
Oh,
Just
what?
bill me for it, Jenny. I'll take care of him. I'll take care of this.
Okay, I'll send you a bill.
And then, so have you met Dakota there, Jenny? He's a fantastic officer. He's really good,
Yeah, we
really
talked
smart.
this
He's got deadpan humor. I like that.
Mhm.
It's like Hank Hill, but a nerd Hank Hill that's good at cop work.
That's a great description.
That's fantastic. It's lovely to meet you again.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, he's gonna be getting a job in the LSPD. I recommended him to Dark a couple times, and Dark's really impressed with him.
Good. Congratulations.
Peach, have
Thank
you
you
gotten
very
an
much.
offer yet from Dark? This is gonna be the best recording ever.
From where?
From Dark? Hello? Do you not listen to the sentences that I just spouted from
Your
my
voice
mouth?
cut out.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, does Dark give you an offer to LSPD? I think you'd be great in LSPD with me. You know, Peach, I'd feel more complete if my partner there with me.
Oh, you got Dakota
Aww.
now. Okay, you don't need me anymore.
Well, Jenny's also my partner, but she's in a different
Nope,
department
I'm not. Here it is. Don't worry. Wait, you established
What do you mean you are my partner? I can have
Anyway.
I can have more than one fucking
Carter.
partner.
How you doing?
Hey,
I'm allowed to have more than one
No,
partner.
you can't.
I'm allowed to have more than one partner.
I'll be supporting you through whatever this is, okay?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, so let's go ahead. He's already aware of his Garrity and he's aware of his rights, but I'm just gonna ask you again. Are you aware of your Garrity and your Miranda rights there, Carter?
Okay, here we
Jenny, please
go.
go ahead and state your name,
Jenny
call
Hall,
sign, department.
310 BCSO.
Perfect. This is Officer Representative Jenny Hall. All right, Carter. So, been doing a little digging. So there was this murder case that happened a while back.
Lost over the 8 months, by the way. I'm
One,
sorry if I
one
The
missed
one we were
it.
talking about before.
Thank you, Lost.
Yeah, the one we were talking about before.
Right.
Remember that guy's name?
No.
Oh, you don't
So
remember his name?
I do want to say though, Pred, this incident, I have no recollection of, man. And I'm not just saying that to say that because I don't have shit to hide.
Yeah, I know you don't.
But when I
Still
tell
does not
you I
recollect.
don't recall this situation, I don't recall. And so I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, just give me a second there, Carter. All right, so I'm gonna try my best to jog your memory from the stuff that I've been hearing. All right, and you tell
Okay.
me if any of this. So essentially, hold on, I'm having trouble finding the case.
No,
right
you're fine.
now.
You're fine.
Chat, you guys can't meta it, please. All right, well, it's so basically
You
what
say
happened
you
was it
can
happened
meta?
about 5 days ago now, maybe 6. Two
About a week
EMS
ago.
were inside of
About a week ago.
we're in a
High Command VOD review.
ambulance. They were leaving. Now,
Okay.
can you open up your map real quick? I'm going to point out the location for you. Okay.
All right. I'm
Now,
in my GPS. Yeah.
yeah, your GPS. Yeah, the map on your GPS.
Yep.
All right, so basically, go up north along Great Ocean Highway. Right outside of Polito, to the southwest is Polito Cove. Okay.
Okay. Polito
Now,
Cove.
now, if you
I
go
see
south
this.
to that, there's a pier that's surrounded by a bunch of small little pieces of land, small sandbars,
so,
maybe
yeah,
small
it's
mini
like,
islands.
Yeah, there's like a weird it's like a peninsula.
Yep, directly
then
to
the
the
pier,
west.
this pier.
Yeah, directly
this
to the
pier,
west
okay.
of the Chiliad Mountain State Wilderness. So it's right
Okay.
off Great Ocean Highway. So
Okay.
what happened is 2 EMS came to me,
Hey,
and
Caroline, this speech.
they were dealing
Oh my
with
God,
the guy was
Pete.
unresponsive. They loaded him up on ambulance.
Okay,
They were
screw
trying
you.
to get a hold of. They were trying to get a hold of an officer.
Okay.
When they were leaving, so let's reopen the GPS on your phone again.
I never left it. I'm just looking at it.
Okay. So when they were leaving there, they went on to Great Ocean Highway and they went southbound, which is
Okay.
where they met an officer at Hookie's. That officer has been
Hookies.
determined to have been you. So they said,
Okay.
they approached you and then they told you about a scene up there off of the pier there. And then I can't confirm nor deny that you didn't go or did go, but what was seen is that you did tell these 2 individuals that you were going to go investigate the scene, and then you took off in that direction. So I just want to know, does this maybe jog a memory for you? Do you maybe recall coming across these EMS people along Great Ocean Highway, frantic? They had what may have looked like a potential person in the back of the vehicle, and they were frantically trying to get cops to come to their
Why
scene.
crying? You don't want
Maybe-
Carter to
does
get
this jog
fired.
anything for you?
Dude, no, it doesn't.
Oh.
Like, so I'll even go on record. I talked to, I called Mueller to ask to see if he could help me jog my memory as well. And even talking to him, nothing came about in my memory of this. I don't remember this at all. I don't even remember going up Great Ocean. Like, I hardly go up Great Ocean.
Yeah, they said it was a Carter. It could have been Aaron Carter, but I feel like there's a big difference between Dwayne
There's
Carter
a huge
and
difference.
Aaron Carter.
She's a Caucasian female. I'm a black male.
Yeah, there's a big
I hope
difference
they would know
there.
the difference.
I would hope they would know
Oh.
the difference there as well.
Yeah, no, look, man, anyways, I don't recall. I'm hardly ever on Great Ocean unless I'm chasing somebody. So, no, it doesn't jog any memory, man.
All right.
And I would be, and this is the thing, I would be very forthcoming about anything that goes on about me or anything like that. I don't, like,
Yeah, I know
think
you're
my
a good
track
cop,
record
Carter.
comes back. I just don't remember this fucking situation. Even looking at the report, I don't know anything. I've never seen any of the shit. I know nothing about it.
All right. Well, then I don't have any further questions for you then,
What
Carter.
do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? How many other questions?
Oh, do you have a question, Peach?
God, are you covering up a murder?
No, why would I cover up a murder?
It's like
Asking the real
question based on
real
how it
questions,
speaks.
Pete.
Did they even say anything about a murder?
I thought it was like the elephant in the room. Gotta ask.
Mhm.
No, Peach, I'm not covering up a murder.
Oh, okay. Okay. Are you sure?
Yes,
Easy
Peach, I am
answers.
sure that I am not covering up a murder.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Good question, Peach.
Good question, Pete.
All right, let's just we'll just go ahead and wrap this up then. It's going to be 3:34 p.m. March the 16th, 2023. All right, thanks for joining us here, Carter and Jenny. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill the
That's a
recording.
wrap.
It's a wrap.
No, seriously
Alright.
though, Fred. In all honesty, I'm sorry, I can't remember shit.
That's
I
all
just
right,
don't
Carter.
remember the shit, man.
Don't worry about it. All right, I'm killing the recording now.
Oh God. Okay. Okay. Right. Let's think. Let's look at facts on the table here. What we got from these interviews? Carter Mueller spoke to Carter the day of the incident, said he left because he didn't have a flashlight, didn't return and get any evidence. Right? So Carter said to Mueller, which I don't know why Mueller would even think about lying about this. He said he spoke to Carter and Carter said, "Oh yeah, I didn't have a flashlight on me, so I didn't get anything." But I guess, you know, he didn't go back and get anything. EMS said there were casings, there were no laceration. The only laceration was no GSWs, but there was casings on scene. And that's what we got from Donut too. Possibly. Carter just doesn't recall. That's the only information we got from Carter at all. Carter called Mueller about the situation, I guess. Again, it's not a big deal. He probably shouldn't be doing it, given it's an internal affairs investigation, but, you know, whatever. Okay, so then we have Daniels, EMS number 1. Named Carter by name. Donut pulled over and told Carter about the situation. Carter said he would go and check it out. They met Mueller. He went to the crime scene. Donut, he thinks Donut's for a bullet casing. Right. Then Donut said, try to call Aaron Carter. This is what makes it so specific for me. He would have looked on his GPS and saw 450-Carter on a blip. And so he was looking for people in the area, and he thinks, oh, Aaron's in the area. Let me call Aaron. Tries to call Aaron. Can't get through because it's not Aaron and she's not on duty. It's Dwayne. So then they start driving down the coast. It was 450. Even referenced the 200 because he's so easily to recognize that it's fucking Carter. Thought there might have been split wood. So there was very possible there was some evidence on scene that could really tie together the case. They had a conversation with him to give the exact location. So they had a full conversation with the person and they're still identifying it as Carter. That says a lot. You know, it's like, I remember we had a traffic stop with Buddha, and he had a mask on or something. I remember this was ages ago and we got shot at. We had a full-on traffic stop and he had a mask on. But because we had a full-on traffic stop and he identified himself by name and all that kind of shit, it's like, if you know someone personally and you can have a full conversation with them, it doesn't matter what anything. If you can talk to a person for a few minutes, you know who that person is if you know them already. So it was definitely Carter based on the EMS thing. It doesn't really matter about the other officer at PBSO, and then Carter just doesn't record anything. Yeah. Again, it's that Garrett thing. It's like the evidence you value of your silence, basically. And he wasn't silent about it. He was just saying, I do not recall. So the facts are, EMS found a body. There was possibly evidence on scene. Drove by, stopped and talked to Carter. They knew who Carter was. It was definitely Carter. 2 witnesses. As well as Mueller saying that he spoke to Carter, and Carter even saying to Mueller himself. So we've got a witness testimony from Mueller saying that Carter said he went to the scene, couldn't get evidence because he didn't have a flashlight. Then we've got 2 EMS saying they spoke to Carter, and Carter said he was going to go to the scene after they explained where the scene was. Right, so that's 3 people putting Carter not exactly on that scene, but it's witness testimony that he was going to that scene or he was on that scene. So that's 3 people, but then Carter himself says, I don't know. That's bad. It's real bad, huh? I don't want to get in the business as LSPD and IA where people can just start saying, I don't remember. I think we've got to look at, as much as we want to take Carter's, situation into account and his whatever it is, whether he's being honest or not, we have to look at the case as a whole, which is the flashlight phone call with Muller and both EMS identifying Carter by name, along with him going up to the pier. So facts on the table is Carter went to the scene and didn't grab any evidence. And it's a murder investigation. And they told Carter it was a DOA. Yeah. Okay. We're going to discuss this with Libby. I think I need to make a new... Do I need to make an IA project? You know what, that would be nice, I think. I need an icon. I don't know what a good internal affairs icon is. Sure, a snake. That works. Boo, boo, boo. I wish I could have the cases linked here, but I think it should be fine. It has a link to the case database inside. I want to get this done by end of weekend, I think. Yeah. Same with this one. Get it done by the end of the week. There's no to do on this. I hear nothing about those. Okay. Yeah. I'll be honest. God damn it, dudes. Thing is, Carter's a good cop, but we can't excuse shit like that, I'll be honest. There's no real excuse for it. Yeah, that's the thing, really. The probability of 3 people fabricating a story like that about a DOA with no relation to, or seemingly no relation to the injured person just doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. Beans, what you doing, man? What you eating? Huh? What you doing? He's such an idiot. This fucking dog. Let me just check something real quick, chat. Oh, it's worse? Oh no, the incident's a lot worse than him not recalling. But because we don't know whether him not recalling is real or fake, right? Because we all forget things, but I feel like this is one of those that it's a bit difficult to forget. So, yeah, I'm not sure. We'll have to start delivering about it, but I mean, what Doc's thinking is it was kind of different because before Doc thought it might have been, oh, you know, it might have been Carter, and we just saw a cop and be like, hey, there's a something happened on the pier over there. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what Doc thought about it before he got the details. It was like, oh, you know, we're driving to the hospital with this really injured person. Let's stop next to this cop and be like, hey, something happened on that pier over there. Can you go check it out? This guy's dying, right? And then they drive to the hospital. They might not be sure who their cop was. There might not be no certainty there. The cop might have misunderstood, didn't know what was going on, blah, de, blah, de, blah. But then you've got the... It's just a lot. It's just a lot of shit that's added up to a point where, you know, we had that conversation with Carter where we were like, hey, you know, we haven't figured out whether this happened or not yet, but in case it did, you need to make sure that this isn't happening with anybody else, that nobody else is fucking up on a murder investigation, right? You know, bear in mind, Doc also has the personal, what's the word here? Would be a personal opinion on this, given his poor mum was murdered too. So this is, you know, it's always been an opinion of his that we can't be fucking up murder investigations no matter what, because someone's dying, and especially on fucking No Pixel when people don't die. Like we get like one perma every maybe week. Yeah, one perma maybe a week, maybe a month. So it's kind of an important thing to set. I think, honestly, depending on how the talk goes with Libby, Carter's either going to get demoted down to officer or back to the pool. It's going to be one of the two. I don't foresee him getting off with nothing here. Yeah, it's kind of, it sucks, but you know, it's all role play at the end of the day. Just be how it be. I was thinking as well, you know, I was thinking, what about if we give pay rises to people who get promoted? Why isn't that like a thing? Yeah, we asked Carter about it. We asked Carter about it, and he was like, I don't know. I don't remember what the situation is at all. Oh, it was with bonuses? Okay. I didn't realize. Probably because I was in a corporate position for like 10 minutes. Why is there like no... No, we're good. Never mind. I'm gonna open up the office. 400... Captains... Yeah. Office. What'd my RP be if I wasn't a cop? Probably some pretty... I'd be probably doing some criminal shit. Some on the serious side of criminal shit. Captain's office is open. For any questions or concerns about LSPD / UPD. Reggie? Yeah. Reggie's dead, mate. What's the in-character reason cops should rise? Right? Well, in character, people want power, really. But that's one thing we really want to try and eliminate is, you know, a lot of people want power just so they can tell people what to do. But that's not the goal. Your goal should be, if you're being promoted, it's because you want to improve the PD as a whole. Like, Pred's motivations right now for being promoted are backwards. They're not good. I'm sure Wrangler's motivations are similar in getting promoted. They are not, at least for LSPD, not what we want. Doc, I don't think Nova actually wants LSPD. I'm overhearing T, okay? She doesn't regret it. Oh. Alright. It's never on duty. He knows it's not on duty. What's going on, dude? When I have I put Shelby's name in wrong in my phone? Yeah, I have. Put it as Shelly Lane. Who the fuck is Shelly Lane? Alright, Shelly. Ugh. We haven't got access to the thing yet. Very sad. Okay, do we want to do anything else with the Carter stuff? I don't think so. I think we're chilling for now. Give me a second. Who's around? Well, I wonder if Walter's patrol map. We got a pretty good idea. At least I do anyway. Of the district stuff. With this being a rough idea. These are obviously very small, but they're very populated with gangs and shit like that. I want to clean up the Vinewood one at the top, but I'm happy with this one, happy with this one, happy with this one. Maybe we could split the Vinewood one in two, but yeah, I think everything's sitting pretty over here. Hello, mate. Take a seat.
Thank you. I shall.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you holding up?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. How can I help you?
I just kind of wanted to, I guess, have like a, I don't know, like a secondary discussion. I'm not looking for like an update or anything because I know that shit's crazy right now. I guess kind of like a bit of an update on where I'm at as well. And just to see if like there's been any developments on your vision for the LSPD. If there's been any developments on sort of how you think it's going to be sort of structured and ran, like PNT and the different departments inside of it and things like that.
Honestly, we're kind of just still slowly bringing people on board. Before we start, I am in talks with the chief about getting PNT up and running pretty soon, just so we can start getting the cadets that are kind of frozen and the cadets that we want kind of in and trained kind of soonish, but we're still kind of slowly rolling people out. Nothing's changed about the vision, nothing like that. We it's the kind of thing where everybody kind of has to be approved by, you know, the commissioner's office and, you know, other high command members. So kind of getting people on board is slow, but that's okay, because we got 60 days for it. But yeah, that's the main thing, really. So it's over to its prime.
Okay. So I guess for me, you know, because I came to you first when all this stuff popped off,
Mm-hmm.
and I expressed my interest in the LSPD, and then after that, I went around and spoke to the other departments as well, and kind of got you know, an idea as to sort of how they're operating and what they're looking for. And I think the conclusion that I came to was that the BCSO, which includes both departments, I think they both have one kind of like social circle, I guess. And please do disagree with me if you feel like you do, because I love to be, you know, proven wrong. I think that's the best way to learn. But from what I gather and what I can tell, and from my time in the PBSO, they have one social circle, and they're looking for one kind of person. And you either fit that or you don't. And if you don't fit that, then you're just not going to have as much success as someone else. And that's not a bad thing. It's just a thing. Does that make sense?
I know what you mean. Yeah, sure.
Whereas I feel like the LSPD has a lot more social circles within it. It has, you know, like, you know, one type of personality is more likely to fit into the LSPD than any other department, because it's generally just been bigger. It's had a more diverse collection of individuals, I feel. And I think that's why I didn't have such a good time in the PBSO. I thought long and hard about it, about why I felt like I didn't fit in, and why it didn't feel like a family to me.
That's an interesting
and I was
perspective,
back and
sure.
forth as to the reasons as to why that was. And that's the conclusion I came to. Do you have any thoughts about that?
I think SGSO, I'd agree with 100%. It's not that they're not welcoming. It's just that they're very tight knit, and they're very similar.
They're all on the same page.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. They all kind of know what they like. They all kind of stick to that lane, and they don't I guess spread from it too often. Which is not, you know, I like that. I like the SGSO a lot. BCSO, I don't know. I don't really put too much thought into it.
I mean, like, I want to be really clear. Like, I love all those guys. Like, everyone in the BCSO, I fucking love them.
This is Riker. Common Riker, I think.
Honestly, like,
I hope I'm
everybody
fucking
is
right.
so diverse and different, and they all bring something different to every discussion. And I know that if, like, I was riding in the back of a BCSO clown car or a PBSO clown car, I would just be laughing all the way to Sandy Shores. So it's a good thing, but I always just kind of felt like I wasn't on the same page as them. I think I had a different sort of approach and outlook to my police work, which is why I felt like I wasn't ever really part of that family. And they were always very welcoming, but it just didn't click into place. Whereas during my time in the PBSO, I made a lot of friends in the LSPD. And like I said the first time we spoke, all those people are ride or die LSPD. And I know that they are also sticking to LSPD this time around. You know, like Mike Ross, November, etc.
Okay.
So that's the conclusion that I came to, is that that's what I'm committed to. Again, I'm not here to try and pry any kind of update as to where that's at. I've been in your position before. I know it's an incredibly time-consuming process. I just kind of wanted to, you know, like I said, check in, see if there's been any sort of developments on how you're structuring things, and give you an update as to where I'm at. I'm still having a blast out there, catching bad guys and putting them behind bars. You know, that's what I'm here for.
Just to clarify, you're just basically saying that LSPD's kind of your where your mind's set on at the minute. You're not really split anymore.
I think the LSPD is my new home. I would love to help build that
hijack Riker
and contribute to it. I have so many fantastic ideas that I think would really bring it to the next level. Not that, you know, other people already in your department won't have also fantastic ideas to bring it to the next level, but yeah. I'm just really excited to try and you know, bring those to the table and really you know, help shape the department into really the best in the city.
I appreciate it. Listen, I appreciate the update. I can't promise it's going to change anything.
No, of course.
But you know, at least you understand this. This is a slow process. My recommendation would be to just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing your good police work, which we know that you do, and you know, hopefully we can pick up all the people that we want to pick up.
I'm doing good police work.
Yeah, of course I do.
That means a lot.
Don't cry. I haven't got any tissues.
Why do you not have tissues in here?
I can't answer that.
Here all the time.
Well, I don't like them crying, so if I don't have tissues, then I tell them to stop, and I have a good reason to, because I don't want it on my. A what?
A concrete pill.
What's that?
Well, if you don't want people crying in your office, then you take out a concrete pill and you give it to them. You tell them to harden the fuck up.
Jesus Christ, Riker! I'm not a monster.
No, it's not about being a monster. It's about, you know, building character and strengthening people's resolve so they don't cry. You know, it's one or the other, I think.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just sit there awkwardly, being like, I don't know what to do now.
I didn't think about that. I'll think about ordering a concrete pill. I appreciate this. It's a good idea, Riker. You have okay, sure. I'm not paying for them though.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
My contribution to the department.
I appreciate that. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I'll let you know if there's any updates. Okay.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, no rush. I'm having.
No, I get it. You're pressuring me into hiring you. I get it.
I'm glad we see things the same way. I'm gonna get out of here.
Okay.
Thanks for your time.
See you later. Catch reminds me of Jim Gordon, Rich Williams, and Spawn. No, I didn't base that either. I mean, Jim Gordon's like, it's one of those where I didn't make Dark thinking, oh, he's going to be very similar to Commissioner Gordon, right? But it was like, once I started playing Dark, it kind of just, you know, it was like, oh, they're pretty similar. Come in. Come on, take a seat.
Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you?
Doing all right. Got myself a cup of tea, so my voice is a little bit better.
Quite good. Well, we wanted to chat, and then you went into the ICU. I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess what can I help you with, Odessa?
Well, from what I understand, you were the one. You know, you reached out to me and you said you wanted.
Let me check my notes.
I've just been trying to get back to you, and I feel bad.
This. Oh yeah, you're right. We haven't spoken yet. That's true. Okay, Odessa. Well, I guess I wanted to talk about like where you were with the UPD stuff.
In what regard?
Well, how you feeling about it all?
I personally don't like uncertainty. I mean, I think it's part of the reason why I was a detective. I liked finding out the truth and, solving problems. So the uncertainty itself is difficult, to say the least. I think it's good that we're all going through it at the same time together. There's sort of a camaraderie there. But yeah, it can be scary at times for certain, and trying to figure out what matters to me and what I want to do. That's where I'm kind of sitting at right now.
Okay. All right. Well, have you spoken to any other departments yet?
I have. Yep. I've had pretty serious talks with my former department of the PBSO. But I am trying not to close doors because the PBSO of today is not necessarily going to be the PBSO of yesterday. And the same goes for the LSPD. And with new leaders in charge, I think there's certainly a hope for a difference. And I think that's something to look forward to be honest.
Good. All right, fair enough. Okay, well,
yeah, let me share this with you because I've been.
What is it?
It is...
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
It's the chief. Hello, Chief. Queen Elizabeth.
Hello. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm alive. I'm in the office at the minute.
Okay, I'm on my way. I'm running.
Okay. All right, see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Oh boy. Well, I might as well wait until Her Majesty is here.
Yeah, let me have a look at this.
It's just a how do I put it? A resume letter is probably a good way to put it. It's just a collection of my achievements and skills as an officer. And I wrote it up when the big, UPD shift happened.
So these are all the ones you convicted, yeah?
Yep, those charges are all of my convictions.
10 serial assaults and killings, 5 murders of a government employee, 70 first-degree murders, 5 terrorisms, 13 drug traffickings, and 2 human traffickings.
That's correct, sir.
And they've all been convictions?
All guilty convictions. I've been in 32 different cases. Now, I mind it's per person, right? So if there's multiple defendants, say for the 5 murders of government employee, that's all one government employee. It's just 5 different people I was able to prove guilty, if that makes sense. So that was all for the People versus Tyrell Fresh et al. For the John Doe murder. It was 5 defendants, but they all got murder of a government employee. But I list it as 5 total because I find it important to kind of make the distinction. Here you go, ma'am.
Okay.
Let me share this with you as well. Yeah, I've been part of 32 different court cases. Now that includes my time as a prosecutor, and I think I did. Here, let me double check. I have done.
Were you in the SPU?
That was before my time, but
Okay.
I only served as a prosecutor. So I was working under officer, well, at the time, prosecutor Alexandra Carlson. She was my mentor. And then following that, I worked with, I was the legal representation for Mackenzie Hayes and Anita May when their trials went to case. So I did, before I joined PD, I did 9 court cases as a prosecutor. So those do include on that list that you see there some of my prosecution time.
Okay.
But I listed those as total convictions in court.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, well, I mean,
I think I'm lucky to be. Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go on. You go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say. I think if anyone's gonna understand, I love paperwork, and I think if there's two high command members who are gonna appreciate that, it's the two people I'm sitting across from right now.
You're not wrong.
I fucking love paperwork. So
It's
when
so
the
nice
PBSO made
when
me do
everything's
a
organized.
presentation, yeah, when they made me do a presentation, I did it on paperwork. I even had a whole slide on why metric paper is the best.
Wait, what? What did you say? What paper's the best?
Metric paper.
What the fuck is what's metric paper?
A4.
Oh.
Yep. Like A4, A3, A2, all that jazz. In the United States, it's not that. It's 8.5 by 11.
What? You don't have A4? What if is that what I've been using all this whole time? Is it I know wondering why it feels so weird.
Yeah. The nice thing about metric paper is that if you cut it in half, the ratio stays the same.
Yeah, because that just makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And it's really, really good for design work too, because you can scale up really easily when you have a similar ratio.
That's pissed me off. I didn't know that. You just ruined my day.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. That was not the intention.
That's fucked up.
Okay.
A4, A3, A5 only.
Yeah.
I'm just sending a quick email, but would you got any questions for Odessa here?
No, I do not. I do not.
Yeah, I can kind of introduce like because obviously that's just kind of based on my achievements and stuff there too. But like in terms of my police work itself, my primary focus is investigations and will always be investigations. It's the reason why I joined the PD in the first place. I served as an EMS for 6 months prior to joining, whilst again working as a prosecutor at the same time. But I kind of got sick of helping people into body bags, and I wanted to help them before that. So it has always been my goal to stop these people in their tracks. I've been the victim of serial killers before. Luckily, I'm still alive and able to pass that on, but that is thanks to some people who I really, really look up to, and that is Anita Mae, Mackenzie Hayes, and whatever Matt. They kind of guided my focus and what I really want to be like and what I want to achieve. And for me, solving those
LOA today.
crimes, whether they be homicide, whether they be terrorism, whether they be, anything, I try to have a good mix. But for me, at the end of the day, my biggest goal is to help people. Right. So any sort of human-based crimes are my biggest focus.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess an important thing is you've got to kind of got to have at least the same mindset as we do for LSPD. So I guess if you got any questions for us regarding like what we have visions for LSPD versus PPSO, etc.
I mean, most certainly. Obviously, it's looking like LSPD is going to be the larger department, and I personally really enjoy, having that family and feeling like I'm part of something. That said, I was part of the PPSO when it was massive, and I think that familial, it was still there. I think one thing that I felt about the LSPD was prior to the big shakeup was priorities. So I guess my first question is like, what is the priorities that you guys have for the department itself, and where do you want to see it go?
I'll answer this one because I've answered it many a time. We kept it simple because we're new to this, but it's really simple. We just want officers to know what they're doing, know how to be good police officers, competent, dependable. We want to make sure that no matter what, if someone's dealing with as an LSPD officer, they know that they can rely on them, which is, a lot to say for a lot of police officers these days. We want people who want to work as a team, no lone wolves, and we want people who are passionate about their police work, because at the end of the day, we need to support you in the work that you enjoy, so you keep coming on duty. And we figure if we can do that, then the department's going to build itself. So as long as you know what you enjoy, which it seems like you do, then you know, we can support that and make sure you keep coming on duty, and we can support the work that you want to do. And at the end of the day, as long